Let's get started. All right, everybody. My Scrivian here. Another episode for all my followers again. This time I'm going to talk about unique topic. Many of you guys know that our new president, Donald J. Trump, is the president at least for the next 4 years. And I don't know about you, but I think he's the best choice and I like what he stands for and what he does. Now, I'm not here to talk politics, but my topic today is going to be about what and how does Donald Trump's becoming a president affects your lifestyle? That's my question. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. Because many people think that because our new president is Donald Trump, and assuming that's what you wanted, and assuming that's who you chose and you liked him, great. And I personally believe that Donald Trump gonna do amazing stuff. That's just my personal belief. But my question again is how that event, at least next 4 years, gonna impact your life. Of course, he's going to do things that it's going to make our country better, our economy to become better. Sure. But the question is, what about your life and how much that's going to impact you? In some ways, somehow it will. And I believe in that. I think, if the country has a better economy, definitely that's a big plus, especially if you're a business owner, right? It's going to impact your business. It's going to have better results, growth. Sure. But again and again, the question is because he's the new president, is that the reason that your life going to change? Answer that question to yourself because I asked that question to me. And the answer I came up with, sure, he becoming a president, there are a lot of things in our country going to change that directly and indirectly going to impact me, my family, and my business. But end of the day, it's up to me. I 100% believe this, that it's end of the day, it's up to me how my life going to be impacted. Because even he's the best president at the moment and he's going to do a lot of good things, but if I and you or anybody is not ready to change their life by working hard, by building their knowledge, their business, their influence, their brand, and going out there and hustling 6 days a week, sometimes 10, 14, 16 hours a day, I still believe that just because Donald Trump is the president is not going to impact you. Because end of the day, it's you responsible for your life. And that's the episode for today. There's many changes always going to happen. This is the recent one and it's a big one. But if you only depending that because he's the new president and your life going to start booming and you're going to create great results in your life financially, emotionally, health-wise, I think you're doing a mistake. Why? Because people who had or they were ready to change their life and they started doing something about it before Donald Trump became a president and now he is the one, their life still going to change. Why? Because they took the personal responsibility on them, not on the president, right? Why? Because he's going to do whatever he's going to do. But end of the day, you got to look at your life and say, hey, what are the things I need to change, especially in a timing that we live? Maybe next 4 years is going to be much better than the last 4 or last 8 years. Let's take the opportunity and advantage of this timing and implement these benefits in our life and start changing our lives. Here's what I started to do. I didn't start making changes in my life because Donald Trump became the president. I've been doing that for many years, and every year I learn one thing in my life. I am responsible everything about my life. Now, being a believer, I believe in God. Every decision or choices that I make sure I pray about it. No question about that. But as far as me taking my personal steps and becoming responsible on my responsibilities, that's 100%. And that's what I want you to do. Look at your life and sit down with yourself, have a self talk somewhere quiet, and say, you know what? Let me take and analyze my life. Where am I standing? I'm at age of 30 maybe, you're maybe 40, 50, or maybe you're young, you're just starting 20. Great. Sit down and see what you want out of your life. Many, many times, over and over, this is what I asked to myself, and this really helped me. Those four questions, every time that when I sat down with myself and had a self talk, when I asked these questions, it helped me to become aligned and adjusted and focus. Here's the four questions. Who am I? You got to know who you are. What do you want in this life? Where are you going and when you want to reach those goals? Those four questions, starting with W, will impact your life. And you should make a hobby of asking these questions time to time, maybe every 3 months, every 6 months. Sit down and see, hey, what am I working, what I'm doing, where I'm going, when I'm going to get there. This is not only going to help you to become focused, but it's going to rush you and make you understand that time is limited. Time goes fast, and we cannot play games. We cannot be casual about life. So the reason I wanted to talk to you about this is because we just about to finish the first quarter of 2025. And not too long ago, I remember people when they started the new year 2025, they were excited, they had goals and dreams, but matter of 10 days, matter of 1 month, they go out of focus again. Now, the first quarter is about to finish. Go back and readjust your life. You want to make sure that 2025, and especially next 4 years, especially if you wanted it, Trump to be the president, well, this is perfect timing. Maybe next 4 years, a lot of great things can happen, and take the advantage, take that as a bonus in top of how you're going to adjust your life and what kind of changes you're going to make in your life, and start implementing. And from those four questions, when, it's very important. When you want to change, when you want to achieve the things that you want, when you want to reach to the goals you have, very important. Put a deadline. Don't play casual. Anything I did in my life, of course, at the beginning, I was casual. Sometimes I messed it up. I was not serious about having deadlines, having a timeline, right? I played wrong, but I did so many times these mistakes. And throughout the years, you learn that, you know what? When you have a goal, you got to be specific. You got to have a timeline, whatever it is, whether it's a financial goal, family goal, health goal, whatever you want to do, branding your name, whatever you want to work on, put a deadline and have two types of rewards, one reward and one punishment. Here's what I mean by that. Anything that I do in my life, I don't reward myself unless I reach certain goal. When I do, I go and reward myself. But if I don't, I also punish myself. Let me give you an example. Let's say by end of the year, I want to, sell certain amount of properties. As you guys can see, I'm in a finance business last 22 years, helping people with insurance and real estate services. And let's take a example of my real estate business. Let's say my goal is to sell 12 properties this year. If I do, I'm going to go and reward myself. Whatever I like, I'm going to reward myself. When I say myself, it includes my family also. But in the other hand, if I don't, I'm going to punish myself. For example, I like eating great food. Maybe I'm going to punish myself 2 months or 3 months. Don't eat certain things that I like, or I like playing some sports. Maybe the punishment could be I'm not going to do that for certain amount of time. Or maybe, I enjoy watching movies at nights. Maybe I'm not going to do that for 2 months. That type of a punishment. Why I do this? Because in both direction, whether I reach my goals or I don't, I know there's something waiting for me. The reward is exciting, but the punishment has a pain, which I don't want it. So either way pushes me to reach my goals. I hope this episode gonna wake up some of you that you take your life seriously. I don't know what age you're in, but I know one thing. I turned 40 already, and I can tell that life moves fast and we don't have much time. So if you're an individual that has a purpose, take this time. Every day is a blessing from God. Max out your potential and do something great with your life. Share this video if you got something out of it. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me everywhere at Mike Caribbean. And if you do have questions, contact me. I'll be happy to sit down and talk to you. And also, all my consultations are free when it comes to insurances and real estate. So take advantage of that. If you go to Mike Caribbean and choose whatever questions you have, whether it's insurance related, real estate related, or maybe you have great knowledge you want to share with others, you can book me for podcast interview as well, and then we can talk. Have a good one. Take care. See you guys next time. Bye bye.